road, you get your factory or your warehouse ready in place 1 hour ahead of the arrival, or you deliver to the customer by your logistic company right before their inventory depleted. Right? It's about just-in-time concept. Talk about efficiency, right? Just-in-time concept. So the smart city is actually all about the very applications, different vertical market cut across all the segments. And think of it, it is already around you. The vertical business, the retail business, the medical business, the vertical, the public infrastructure business, the industrial automation in the factory. But it's talking now is that the IoT is actually taking another level up. That's why the title just now on the first page we talk about smart cities and the IoT. And earlier section in the morning I talk about the IoT use cases cut across vertical business. Now this smart city is cut across every applications and is not talking about all new things, actually built on the fundamental solution that you already have. Your strength, expand it. Yeah, your strength, your core business, expand it. Alright? So when we talk about a smart city, it's talking about the transformation. Better and better, right? More efficient and more efficient. It's talking about bring a new lifestyle to the citizen for quality of life, at the same time do an efficiency to control the cost of it. All in all, what you do here is talking about sustain a nation, a city, to kind of able to kind of sustain a huge population, the growing population. All right. So since it is actually a broad market, so what is the key element here? First thing come into the picture will be the driving the interoperability. We always believe we need a platform that we can interoperate here and there together. So in Intel, we are driving the global standard, international standard through the IIC, Industrial Internet Consortium, and also the OIC, Open Interconnect Consortium. So these two consortiums actually are driving the standard on communications, provide a framework and deliver a standardization spec. And if you want to download this open source of source code, it's always available from this IoTVT.org. From this OIC, it's available open source code and start from there, right? So driving the interoperability is very key for us. But some of the ecosystem partners is already ahead with us together. Say example, you hear the earlier section by our Mr. Trump from the DTT that they are already made available for this open IoT platform for you, right? So think about it. The interoperability as one key element in the smart cities. And then talking about the unlock the edge data. When sensors sense the smart city, the information is going to use the information, use the data to derive the information, use the information to strategize your business plan or deliver your services to achieve the efficiency. It is about the value creation, right? And then the data filtering. When you unlock the data, the data from the sensor is going to flow through the gateway. From the gateway to the local analytic or edge analytic, and then string up the data to the server on the other end. Right? It's about edge data analytics and centralized data analytics. Both are important. Just the usage, where you need to use it. Right? So for both edge analytic and the back-end, the centralized analytic, the fundamental is the computing power. And you know that rest assured for you that Intel got a brief of the silicon that you write into the place, cut across to help you scale up. Okay, so it's about value creation and extractions by analytics. And just a refresh, I remember just this morning I highlighted two terminology that you come across when you talk about IoT in Intel. Intel IoT platform and the Intel IoT gateway. Intel IoT platform is a blueprint, a framework to facilitate the ecosystem discussions, so that each of you know where you want to do you want to focus in this IoT. That is where the collaborations, the discussion of the collaboration start coming, right? The second thing is about the IoT gateway. So when we talk about the IoT gateway, we actually we call ourselves deliver the value. We pre-case three components: the processor itself, the security itself, and the operator, the management part of it. These three components we deliver as a solution for our hardware partners that you see outside there, out of the room. They deliver, they turn it into different form factor, right? So here's our Intel sister company together. Smart city, London and Shanghai. One from the far west, one from the far east, on the east world, both worlds. These are the two cities, a mega city, a modern city, and with a lot of the historical Greek culture as well. Good smart city example across the corner, right? But then when we look into the market report, the smart city is actually growing. From this Frost Sullivan report, it's actually saying that 26 global cities are actually growing toward the smart cities concept by the year in the year 2025. And develop a smart city is not overnight, right? The government is actually playing a very key driving force. Because from the government perspective, they're always driving the standard, so-called vision of it, and then bring together the right partner into the picture and plan together and execute in years. This is one example case in Germany, in China, as well as in Singapore as well. And now it's the turn for Vietnam and Vigil turn the cities into a smart city and be one of the pioneers in this region, right? So in this slide, it's actually saying that smart city global 2025, and talk about that in 2015, 2025 is going to come from Europe and North America. But I'm going to show you another report as well. This report is actually from the other research by the McKinsey Global Institute, the City Scope 1.0, and this information is available from their website. If you Google a little bit on the website, Smart City McKinsey Global Report, you will get this publicly as well. So the report is actually trying to lead you the thought process that the smart city is not only about this in the western side of the world and North American part of the world. It's actually evolved and come toward this city area in this Asia Pacific region. And if you noted all the dark blue, the dotted line here, it's talking about the city on this Asia Pacific part of the world. We are actually on the right track. And given the success of the Diamond City here, the smart city, and also some of the initiatives in the Vietnam cities, is actually showing that this report is actually quite relevant and report to the current status. So the key message here is that the smart city is not the premium in North American or in India or Europe here, but it's actually happening in our region. People are looking at us. So for the next 5 cases, I actually prepared 5 cases here on some of the example of use. Right? Transportations. Maybe I start with here. These are transportations. This is a case in Taiwan. The U-Bike is the company that do the operation here on this case, and they are using Advantech as hardware solution, the gateway solution. Remember, sensor, gateway, and the back end. So they are using Advantech as solution here, the hardware, and they are delivering, the U-Byte is actually delivering the software and integration and delivering the operations. And this application actually benefit 3.3 million users, and accordingly, it's actually about 100,000 transactions per day. And real-time monitoring and troubleshooting tell you where it is. So it is about promoting the sharing of the vehicle, and in this case, the vehicle is the bike, and it's the bike. So when I took the flight here 2 days ago on Sunday, I read the news from Singapore. The news is on the local news. The news published by this, the statistic on the news published by Singapore Land Transport Authority. So the article in the newspaper tells that for the last 10 years, about 2008 and 2004 to 2015, for the last 10 years, the average annual car mileage in Singapore has been going down steadily every year, going down. Back in 2006, it was a peak. Average car mileage, average annual car mileage was at 21,000 kilometers at the time, 2006. And come to last year, 2014, the average annual car mileage in Singapore reduced from 21,000 in 2006 to 17,500 kilometers. That means, actually the article said that there's a lot of factors there. But one of the being discussed by the domain expert they are talking about the efficiency of the public transport, right? And further on, that the government is trying to promote the green environment, etc. So this case is actually trying to tell you that how the Taipei case actually promote this U-Byte solution to promote the local tourism industry, as well as the kind of encourage the co-sharing or sharing each other of the use about the case as their contribution to the smart city effort, right? So let's take a look on what happened here to this video. May I get your help?
As you know, U-Byte is the most successful application of smart city in Taipei.
台湾的微笑单车，也就是世界上普遍的公共自行车，目前在台湾的营运已经有台北市、新北市、台中市还有彰化市4个城市已经开始都已经建站，到现在已经有430站，到2015年就是今年底会有700站。那现在整个的会员人数也急剧成长，从2012年的15万到现在已经有达到330万左右成长了将近20倍。目前的交易笔数每天已经超过10万笔，周转率每部车每日约有8到10次左右。英特尔的产品在我们整个微笑单车公共自行车里面扮演的角色，在车主的部分，我们是使用跨 process 来解决我们在现场车主的控制。那在 kiosk 的部分跟 gateway 的部分，我们使用的是 A10 的process 来解决我们每个场站上的 control 的需求。那在 backend 的 server， 我们用的是 Xeon 的系统，那解决我们整个云端 computing 跟 big data 的 analysis。整个 Intel 的 solution， 在它的compute power 事实上对我们非常有帮忙，因为我们的功能会随着每个城市每个地方而不断的成长。那这样子的机制可以配合我们的成长，让我们的预算能力可以一直的延伸。那其中整个 gateway 提供给我们在 security 跟 remote control 跟 update 的部分有非常的帮忙，因为我们的系统事实上是不能中断的，24小时运作，所以我们需要透过 real time 及时的去把 security 跟 remote 更新的部分做到最好的控制。
Okay, let's move on. This is the second case. Withdraw telecom.